Hello, it is FMC. I'm Jeremy. That is SP3. SP3. I'm so tired. What a way to start this show. I'm just tired. I've been battling COVID, man. COVID sucks. This thing started like 2.5 years ago, and it's still. Can someone tell it to just fuck off? Can
No,
someone just tell it to fuck off, please?
it's here to stay. It found a house in the world. It's everywhere. It doesn't even have a house in the United States, in the Europe. It's all over the world. It's ever present. It's COVID.
It's terrible. I've managed to avoid this thing for 2.5 years now. I haven't had it once. I've been sick. I've had like food poisoning. I'm pretty sure I've had the flu at one point. There's been times where I thought I had COVID, and it turns out like I tested negative every single time. I was like, all right, here we go. I'm fighting it off, baby. Just bam, knocking COVID out. And then I'm gonna tell my COVID story. This is my first post-COVID appearance. I had to
Yes.
let's see what shows. I was supposed to do a show with Andrew Thompson last Wednesday that I didn't announce because I don't like announcing things. It was going to be taped, I think, and I don't like announcing things like unless I'm like on the air doing it. So I was supposed to do that on Wednesday, but I did not feel good on Wednesday. Didn't do the spotlight last week. Haven't done any shows since now. So SP3, you're blessed with my first post-COVID appearance. This is the only show. This isn't. We don't talk wrestling here. We talk life. We talk life and just generalities here. So I figured I'd get. This is the scoop for everybody who wants to know about my COVID experience. It sucked. That's what it's
Yes.
been like. Tuesday, I started not feeling well last Tuesday. I kind of took off Tuesday afternoon, was just kind of whatever. I just need to rest. I just need to feel better because I know it's going to be a busy week with Full Gear. Just AEW weeks are always busy, right? So
Yeah.
I knew, and New Japan had the Stardom show as well. Like it was just going to be a busy week. I was like, I got to feel better for like the weekend. I was like, I'm going to take Tuesday off. Wednesday, I felt absolute hell. Like the body aches were crippling. I couldn't walk. The wife had to help me like get up to go to the bathroom. I damn near busted my head in the bathroom. Like I couldn't stand. Like I could not stand or anything. I was just like shaky. And that's when I decided to test. Because I thought I just had like the flu or something on like Tuesday morning and stuff. Kids had been sick. They've been bringing home a bunch of shit. So I was like, I probably just got the flu. It's fine. Like I'll just take a bunch of meds. I'll be okay. But I tested like Wednesday evening. I was like, oh, okay, it's COVID. Finally got me. The body aches and the headache were just crushing. Absolutely crushing. I was completely sidelined Wednesday and Thursday. Just completely sidelined. I could not do anything Wednesday and Thursday. Just in bed the entire time. My depression was really taking over. I felt very useless. Had a lot of cries, which didn't help my headache either. Wasn't good. Just wasn't good at all.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday, I started feeling a little bit better, at least to the point like the body aches were gone. The headache was still there. A lot of coughing, but I felt okay enough to like work on Friday night. Like I covered SmackDown, covered Impact. So I felt okay enough to like work. Saturday, same thing. I felt okay enough to where like I covered AEW, did the press conference, and I was going to go to sleep after that. I just kept coughing all night. I could not sleep. And so finally, by this point, it was like I was going to go sleep like 2. I'd wrapped up AEW coverage by like 2. I was like, all right, I'm going to go to bed. And I was coughing until like 4. And I was just like, well, I'm just gonna watch the New Japan show at this point. Like, so I watched that. I covered that. Didn't fall asleep until like 7:30. Which is I could not stop coughing. Just could not stop coughing. Coughed all day Sunday. Just not good. And yesterday, like the cough was still lingering. Still have a little bit of cough today. Nose a little runny. Stomach not feeling great. So still fatigue. I can't make it up and down the steps. Like carrying laundry. I just carried one basket of laundry upstairs, and I'm like, feel like I just ran a marathon. I'm just done, just completely gassed. So yeah, don't recommend COVID for anybody. Don't get it. Just stay inside the rest of your life. Everyone, wear a mask. Avoid all people. If you have children, avoid them. you have a significant other, avoid them as well. Just live in a bubble, everyone. Just live in.
Wow.
That's my advice.
I'm sorry you went through all that, but I'm very happy that you're here to tell us all about your journey, challenging and battling with this virus that has ruined so many people's lives.
It's like, man, it sucks. And the thing is like, I know people who've had it. I know people who had it. A lot of our friends have had it. A lot of our have you had an SP3?
No, I haven't had
Oh,
it.
you look at
Yeah,
you built
yeah.
different SP3. So
I I mean, I lucked out because I've been to
knock
GCW
on wood.
and
Knock
yeah,
on wood.
knock on wood, knock on
Yeah.
wood, knock on wood. Because I can't no, not with my kids, and my kids' immune system is not good. So
See,
yeah,
everybody in this house has had it over the past year. Some of them had it twice. And this is the I was the
my
last one.
missus had it,
Yeah. I
and
was the
I
how
was
so
with
how did
her
she
at
do?
that time.
How did she do?
She was just had like bad headaches. She felt very lethargic. So yeah, it was mostly like that. So she still like feels like kind of after effects after it, like months later. So
I'm very scared of all that. Very scared of like the after effects and everything. So the everyone in this house has had it and they've all react like everyone in this house is apparently very resilient outside of me because the wife got it a year ago. She's had it twice now. She got it a year ago. And like the first day was really bad for her. The second day was not great. By the third day, she was just like back to normal. And as far as I know, like I haven't seen like any lingering effects. Her wind was a little iffy for a couple days after. The second time, she didn't even realize she had it because she just felt fine. She had like a runny nose or something. And then like one of the kids had it. And so she just tested and then found out she had it. She like felt fine the entire time. So like she's definitely built different because she got it and was just like, I'm fine, whatever. Got knocked out for like a day and a
no
half.
sold it.
No,
Yeah.
no, just like whatever, fuck this thing. So like this is how I lose my wind very quickly. This is how I think like, all right, well, she just knocked it out. Like this is how I'm gonna handle it. Like I'll be good. I can't. My baseline is not her. My baseline is apparently everybody else because other people I've talked to have been like, oh yeah, the cough lingers forever, the exhaustion lingers forever. Like you'll be feeling effects months later. And I'm like, oh, that's how normal people react to this. My wife reacts like a superhuman, and she 100% is. By the way, like everything she had to do the last week, I thought COVID was bad and COVID's terrible. Her just like taking care of me, taking care of all the kids as they've been sick, like getting them off to school, all their activities, everything she's had to do, going to work and everything. That's real superhuman shit. Me, I just had
Yeah.
to deal with a headache and body aches, which sucked, but like she actually had to do a bunch of work and stuff. So bless her. She's the absolute best. She deserves a break. I'm trying my best to give it to her.
The real MVP up in this piece.
Well, we don't use Kevin Durant terminology. Fuck that guy. But yes, we don't do that. All right.
Hey,
So
it's
there's
a
my COVID.
universal. It's a universal term now.
Nah, fuck Kevin
He did it
Durant.
for his mom. It's not up his mom too. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, Pile Driver Finisher says she's married to me. Look, that's the biggest thing she has, kind of against her is like she married me and has to put up with me, even when I'm like healthy and stuff. Putting up with me is a task in and of itself. Like I tell, like she just has an extra child with me because
I do it once a week. She has to do it every single day.
I'm saying, you know how it is, SP3. All my co-hosts know what it's like to put up with me. Imagine this every single day, 24/7. It's not pretty.
Waking up to her.
Yeah,
Oh,
waking
man.
up. Oh man, it's terrible. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And she made this choice. Like she decided, like, yeah, this is what there's no trick or anything. Like you've met her, SP3. You were at the wedding. Like she's very smart, intelligent person, right? Like
Yes.
she's normal. She's rational. I don't know what she was thinking. There's nothing wrong with her.
No, there's nothing at all. I think she has a very big heart. That's what I can say. I
She
deal with you.
does.
I deal with you 1 hour a week, to be fair, though, so I don't have
Hour and a
much
half.
to judge on. Yeah, hour and a half. There you go.
Yeah. Look, if she's working me, then I don't know what she's gained out of any of this. Honestly, it's a terrible work on her end. I write about wrestling for it ain't like I'm rich or anything. Like, I don't know what she's gaining.
She
It
worked
ain't that.
herself into a shoot,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. Like, she ain't with me because of the money. That's for sure. She ain't with me because my good looks. That's for sure. Like, I feel like I got a decent personality. I'm funny at times, so like
You
there's at
are.
least that. I make her laugh, but there's I'm sure a million guys who could make her laugh. Yeah, she's 100% worked herself into a shoot. Bless her. All right, there's my COVID experience. Shout out to the wife, who is the absolute best.
The MVP.
The MVP, 100%. All right, SP3. Usually we talk about basketball on this show. Basketball, it's actually been going well. Like, there's been some good stuff going on, but we're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna jinx it. We're not gonna jinx it. We're gonna put that aside. We got the challenge maybe at the end we'll talk about, but the main thing, the main event, the thing you are here for, everybody, the Fast and Furious rankings, the tier list. SB3, you has sent me the
Yes.
tier. I'm gonna pull this up here.
Very, very giving. I'm known for these tier lists
You
over
are
on
you and
Degrassi
Jensen.
Dudes. Yes,
Yeah,
we've done not only Degrassi characters, we've done Degrassi couples. We did Nickelodeon shows.
that was wrong.
We
I
did
should have been on that.
South Park characters.
Forgot
Check out. We're coming back with a new show this week, and Jensen had a cool idea. We're gonna pay tribute to my boy, the Goat Power Ranger, David Frank.
Jason
So
David Frank. Yeah,
Jason
RP.
David Frank. Yeah. So R.I.P. to him, and we're gonna pay tribute, and we're gonna talk about him on Friday. So that should be 9:30 a.m. on Friday, right here. Fightful Overbooked.
There you go. I Friday. I might be driving. If I'm not, I'll pop in for that. I'm debating on. So for those who care, WrestleCades this weekend, and I always go to WrestleCade. Always have a great time. It's in North Carolina. It gives me a chance to, now that I'm in Ohio, it gives me a chance to see my family as well. Because I'm only like an hour and a half away. See my parents. But I feel so fatigued, so worn down that like a 9-hour drive just does not sound appealing to me. I just don't know if I can do a 9-hour drive. And
I don't know.
like driving's work.
Yeah.
You know that. Like driving is like work. It's not like you're just like sitting and just, oh, okay, cool. I just sit around for an hour. No, like you got to pay attention. Your mind's got to be sharp. You got to gas, brake, all that stuff. Like it's work. It's sitting in one sort of comfortable spot for now. It's actual work. Man, I don't know if I can do it, honestly. And then being around people, I don't know if that's the best thing in the world for me right now either. I'm not trying to get them sick. I'm not trying to get more sick.
It's a lot. It's a lot that you're taking on with even making the trip. So take your time over the next couple of days, make your decision. I would like you to go out there because that would be nice. See your family, see all the wrestling people at WrestleCade. I see Sean's gonna be there. I know I talked to Kaz. He was on True Hill Heat this past weekend. He told me he's gonna be there. So it would be cool.
Sean and Cass are always, that's like our yearly trip. We started doing that before 2019 was our first year, and then COVID took it out for 2022 or 2020. It was back last year. We were there last year all together, and then this year we're supposed to be. It gets bigger every single year. Yeah, Sean's going to be there. Cass is there. John Alba is there as well, and Caden's supposed to be there. I think Samira might be there as well. Like it's a pretty big event. Again, it gets bigger every single year. So it's something I really look forward to because I don't do any work at this thing. Everybody comes to see Sean for the interviews. I just kind of like Cher Delaware is supposed to be there as well. So like I just hang around with Sean, hang out with his wife, who's awesome. And hang out with Cass really doesn't do too much either. Cass is Cass.
Cass is Cass.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's the easiest way to describe Cass. He's Cass. Like I hang out with Cass.
And if you hang out with Cass, he confirmed. He confirmed.
The MVP right here, handing me a water.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, he's coming in the clutch.
Yeah.
Coming in the clutch, hitting the 3. Hits the 3, passes up the shot. Gives it to you.
For dealing with me this past week, for everybody else who's been sick. So like you've actually had to like do stuff this week. I've just been in bed writhing in pain. You've actually had to like be a person.
The real superhero. The real superhero, ladies and gentlemen. The real MVP, Mrs. Lambert. That's how she does it. While Jeremy keeps coughing and drinking his water and thanking her, I'm talking to all of you about why it's so great. No, but Jeremy's going to be hanging out with Cass, and Cass confirmed on True Hill Heat 201 this week that if Jeremy's hanging out with Cass, he's going to be hanging out with Nick Gage as well, because he's going to be his handler this week.
Thank you. Love you. No.
Look at that. Love.
She's got me cough drops. Love. I'm going to
embrace the love.
Dying. Absolutely dying. Oh man. No, Tyrus was I don't know. I think Apologize finishes commenting on Ace Shock's comment, but Tyrus was supposed to be at WrestleCade and he's not going to be there. But yes, Cass.
It's all right, man. You gotta let it all out. Get it all out. This is why I'm here. I'm here to fill in the dead air when you have to mute yourself, and I can just talk my gibberish for a few minutes. And it's pretty hard for me to talk my gibberish for a few minutes when I'm trying not to talk about the thing I usually talk my gibberish about on this show. But we got a whole tier list in front of us to discuss.
I'm trying.
I know. It's all good. It's all good. We got a whole tier list. We got 10 movies to discuss. This is not really the tier list I had. This is the one, I think, the generic one that the link just sends you to, even though I saved my one because I had specific titles for all these tiers. The top tier was GOAT. You had the second tier was great films. Third tier was good. Yellow tier was mid, and then the bottom tier, of course, as per usual, is trash.
You should have just made it.
I did.
Made it.
I do. I have it, but I don't know. Do I have to press this present thing or something? I don't know.
Can you present it?
I think I can.
Can you click and drag with it?
Let me see. Yeah, I think so. Let me see.
Is it on the tier maker?
Share screen or share or slide? No, not slide.
No, it's share screen.
Share screen. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll
stop sharing mine. There
we go. Window.
We are Haley and Kylie Tag Talk.
Yes, look at us. Look at us. We look so pretty with this pink background. You did well, Jeremy.
I don't know which one of them created that, but yes, one of them created that. Shout out to
okay,
here we go.
Sharing?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not looking. There. Okay, there we go. Look at that.
All right. Everyone go watch Tag Talk. They were live yesterday. It's on the channel right here. Shout out to Haley and Kylie. They do great work. I'm going to leave that background out. Fuck it. We'll plug Tag Talk. I love them.
Absolutely. Plug Tag Talk. Plug their socials. They should be following them. They do great work.
They do. All right, SB3. God, thank God for my wife giving me water and these cough drops. Okay. You control the tier maker here. We're going to start with film 1. We're going to start with film 1.
All right, so I gotta get close because
you tell me you're running the show here.
This graphics are awful. I can't see them. Awful movies. All right, so I think this is the first one. This one right here, because The Fast and the Furious is number 4, right? You're the professional here.
Yeah, Fast and Furious is 4.
Okay, so this one is 1. So where are we putting it? Where are we putting the first film? You can go through kind of the synopsis for the people watching.
Is that one? The Fast and the Furious is 1.
Oh, that's Fast one. This Furious. Is 1. Okay, this is
Fast
1.
and Furious. Yeah, that's 1. Yeah, that's 1.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
so where are we going with this one?
go,
With the
go,
first one.
go.
See, you're gonna say this for every movie. I feel now, like you should have started very subtly before you go all the way with this. But no, I don't think. I think this was one of the better ones that they had when it was a lot more simpler. You know, it's basically Point Break, modern
Yeah,
era.
Point Break
And
fucking rules though.
yeah, it does. It does. I think it's a great film. I don't think it's a go.
Let's go. You live your life a quarter mile at a time, and it's a goat film. I love this film. I've watched this film so much, like especially when it first came out. Paul Walker, undercover cop, getting in with the street gang. And yes, this is very simplistic Fast and Furious because all they're doing is robbing trucks, right? Like they're street gang. They do street races, and then they rob the semi trucks and everything. Paul Walker goes undercover, gets into them, falls in love with Dom's sister, all that fun stuff. Yeah, it's Point Break. Fine, it still rules. It's a GOAT film.
It's a great film. I don't think it's the GOAT.
GOAT.
I think you are blowing your load too soon. I feel like you're gonna say GOAT for all of these, and then you're just gonna have a whole bunch of GOAT films to you.
Yeah.
And my opinion doesn't matter here.
It's GOAT.
Can we meet somewhere in the middle?
I mean, you can put it wherever you want. I'm telling you where it ranks. It's a GOAT film.
All right, I have seen no one in the live chat say that it's a GOAT film, so I'm gonna say we're gonna go with.
The chat's wrong.
We're gonna go with great. It's a great film. Great film.
GOAT.
Too Fast, Too Furious. Jeremy, where do you think it should go?
GOAT.
I knew we were gonna do this. But go. If you want to tell the people about this one before I accurately place it on the tier list.
Eva Mendes is in it. That's all you need to know.
That's the only difference between this film and that film. And no Vin Diesel. You got
no Vin Diesel.
You got Tyrese be introduced in this film, as well as Ludacris's character. So those are fun. Ludacris is like barely in this. I thought it was good. It was a step down from the first film. So I think good would be proper.
Paul Walker absolutely carries this film with his great acting and his one line. Tyrese with his one-liners is when he's. I love the scenes. These are my favorite scenes in Fast and Furious movies, and they really stand out in the early ones because they're like drag racing and stuff. When they do like the drag race scenes, especially Tyrese, and it's supposed to be these high, intense like racing scenes and stuff, and Tyrese is just blasting out one-liners during this stuff. He's like, "Yeah, come on, partner!" Just like yelling at like anybody can hear him. It's the best. It's so fucking good. When they jump the car onto the boat at the end of this movie. It rules.
I will say the finale with that scene when it was a lot more grounded, it felt really big, but the movie just lacks a certain it factor to it without Vin Diesel. I think a lot of these films that don't have Vin Diesel in it lack, except for one, which I would say isn't one of the GOATs. But I think the ones without Vin Diesel always suffer a bit. I do say this is one of Paul Walker's best performances as his character, so I will give it that. But I say good. I will go as far as great, but I'll meet you. You say GOAT, I say good. You want to meet in the middle and say great?
Nope, gonna say GOAT.
All right, that means we're going with great. See, I'm willing to compromise, y'all. You see, I'm willing to compromise. Now we got Tokyo Drift, which is probably the most polarizing of the Fast and Furious editions. Jeremy, where do you think it should go?
Great.
Wow, he actually said something besides GOAT. I think this movie is fucking mid. I barely curse on the show, but I think it's fucking mid. It's a mid movie. But on rewatch, it does get better. So I'd be willing to go good.
Here's why I'm only putting it in great. Yes, it is part of the Fast and Furious franchise, the lore, all that stuff. Vin Diesel's in it for like 2 seconds. Paul Walker's not in it. I don't acknowledge Tokyo Drift like that. It's a great film. But without Vin Diesel and Paul Walker, lacks the heart of the Fast and Furious franchise. On its own, very good film. Great film. Doesn't have the two ingredients. At least one of the two ingredients you need for the Fast and Furious franchise. Great film.
So we're going in the middle once again, ladies and gentlemen.
I say Zachary Ty Bryant in the film.
I say mid. He says great. So we meet in the middle. Say it's good. This is a mid movie.
I did love like the drifting stuff. Like that was sweet. Like drifting was like really popular and everything. I remember the Need for Speed game with all the drifting came out around this time as well. I can't remember which one came first, but yeah, it's a great film. It's a great film. It's not GOAT.
It is like I said, it gets better on a couple of rewatches, even though I would say the last Fast and Furious film completely takes out the main crust of why this movie is important to the lore, but we will get to that. Let's talk about the fourth film, Jeremy. This is what? Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. Vin Diesel is back. Letty's back. Paul Walker's back. You got all the main characters back. This kind of felt like the first one that felt like the reboot of bringing back the family, the heart of everything. So where would you say it goes?
GOAT.
I knew you were gonna say that. It's good.
GOAT.
It's good. I thought I really wanted to say this is another mid movie. I say out of the ones with Vin Diesel and Paul Walker, this is the weakest. This is definitely the weakest. The first film is better. All the other ones until Paul Walker passes away is better. So yeah, I think this is a mid one, but on rewatch, because I did rewatch all the films before we did this ranking, I will go as far as saying it's good. It's definitely not a GOAT.
GOAT. Paul Walker, Vin Diesel back together. The family is back, baby. Come on now. Killing Michelle Rodriguez.
I was before I put it where it properly needs to be put, I was gonna mention that.
Very important to the later franchises, the later films. Very important part of that. They tried to do a lot of retconning with Tokyo Drift and everything with this film. Still GOAT film.
It's good. It's just good, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let this man and his love for these films fill
it's
you.
GOAT. This whole franchise is GOAT.
We have not even approached a GOAT film until now. Let's talk about Fast 5. Jeremy, where do you think it belongs?
You know where it belongs, SP3.
And it does belong. Finally, it took you 5 films, but finally, you are right. We have reached a GOAT film. Fast 5 has it all. It took all the groundedness of the first film, all the last big stunt that they did in the second film, a couple of racing that they did in the third film, the story that they kind of set up in that fourth film, and then they just added The Rock, added all the characters that everybody loved. This felt like Ocean's 11. This felt like the first Avengers. Honestly, this is the first Avengers of the Fast and Furious films. I don't think any of the films really have surpassed this one since then because of how fresh it felt at the time, and all the other ones feel like a retread of this one. But this is definitely, I agree, the GOAT.
This is when dreams come true, everybody. This is when you can learn to dream big, to follow your life ambitions. Because 5 films ago, they were just robbing cars on the street, getting TVs to sell, things like that. This one, we're doing save the world shit here. We're getting major players involved, major police forces involved in this. They're going all over the world, and they're not just on the street level anymore. This film rules. You add The Rock to anything, automatically just takes it up a level.
Yeah.
Automatically takes it up low. You got the end where find out Letty might not be dead. It's a big moment.
And
There.
just the I'm a man, no man, that song playing at the end, I still have it stuck in my head. Like I remember all the last like 5 to 10 minutes of that film because of that song, and then the Letty tease at the end. That was just I think it's the best like final 10 minutes of any of these films.
The ending where Brian and Dom just want to race to see who's better. I mean, it tugs at the heartstrings as well. It tugs at the heartstrings. This is a GOAT film.
Could have ended it right there, honestly. like that's how good this film is for me. I feel like they never surpassed that, but maybe they have matched it. So let's move on to Fast and Furious 6. Where do you think it should belong?
All right. Might surprise you with this answer.
Okay. Okay.
GOAT film. This has the absolute greatest scene in Fast and Furious history. The runway scene.
The runway. Just because you said it, and you are correct. Yeah. That's what I said. Fast 5, they peaked, but they were still riding high by 6. So I do think it does belong into the GOAT, because you still had all the elements that I said that made 5 great. They turned up the shenanigans just a little bit, but yeah, that runway scene puts it over the top. That had the emotional pull, it had the action, it had the big moments. So yeah.
The runway scene that just goes on for 15 hours. It's the absolute best. The never-ending runway with all the twists and turns. It's great. It's a GOAT film. This film absolutely rules. Letty's back. She returns. Find out she was working with Brian. The Rock is still there as well. We get? Oh, this is mid credits, but we get the first appearance. We get the Tokyo Drift bit.
The Tokyo Drift recon completely just makes okay. You don't need to watch Tokyo Drift. The important part that you needed to watch, it don't matter anymore.
Right here, yeah. But Jason Statham, he's about to enter the picture. Love me some Jason Statham. GOAT.
I agree with you. I think that 6 belongs in the GOAT. So we will move on. Let's talk about Furious 7, the last film with Paul Walker, probably the most tear-jerking scene in Fast and Furious history. Where do you think it belongs?
GOAT.
Of course.
GOAT. It's the last one with Paul Walker. How's it not going to be a GOAT film?
I think that this is the last great film that involved Vin Diesel in this whole franchise.
Wow.
But I don't know if it's a GOAT film because I felt like they turned up the shenanigans up too much. Yeah. I mean, it felt a little bit over the top with a lot of the stuff they were doing. But the Paul Walker scene, I'll be willing to hear you out for an argument of why Furious 7 belongs in the GOAT.
Ronda Rousey aside,
Ronda Rousey's in it. Go. You're right.
Ronda-
Absolutely. You're right. Go.
Ronda Rousey's in this one. Yeah. Kurt Russell is in it. Kurt Russell rules. But Jason Statham, come on. Jason Statham, one of the greatest action heroes of our time. Like, unquestionably, one of the greatest action heroes of our time. Jason Statham absolutely rules. He's introduced. We find out he killed Han, and now he's coming after the whole damn squad. Coming after the whole damn squad. It's a GOAT film.
You don't even know how to give me a good argument of why this belongs in the GOAT film. I think it's a great film. I think it's the last great film that this franchise, the Fast.
Okay, you know what? No. Listen. All right, here is why. Yeah, I don't remember what film it was. Furious 7. The Rock, when he's like laid up in the hospital and shit, and then he just decides, he just says, "Fuck this cast." He gets out of there. He's like, "I'm just going to whip some ass." Oh, The Rock is so good in this film.
Rock is awesome in this film. I will give you that. And he's so much. I'll give you that. I'm gonna put it in great, but I'll put it above Too Fast, Too Furious. It's above Too Fast, Too Furious. I don't know if it's above the first film, but yeah. Well, I put it in great. I don't know if it belongs next to these other two right there though. Let's go to the fate of the Furious. Trash.
All right. I'm gonna be honest with you, SP3. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm nothing if not fair and honest on this.
Oh God, he's gonna try to convince me that a film where the main character fucking does a bait and switch heel turn is a GOAT film. Go ahead, Jeremy.
It's a great film. It's great. Okay? It's great. Fate of the Furious. I lied! It's a GOAT film! SV3! Charlize Theron! How do you hate on any movie with Charlize Theron? Why are you a hater? Huh? Tell me why you were such a hater. You needed this film to keep the audience on their toes. It's getting a little, all right, we get it. A lot of family and stuff. We had to switch it up a little bit. What's Dom doing? What's happening here? Why is Dom doing this? No, Dom's all about the family. That's what it is. That's what he turned on that woman. You had to switch it up a little bit. It was getting a little, everybody thought they knew what was coming. And then Fate of the Furious, boom, hit him with the like that. Why are you a hater on great ideas and new ideas? Why are you attacking this film for presenting new ideas? SB3, that's what I want to know. Please explain yourself.
Didn't they have a movie at the same time that had the same idea? Pretty sure they did.
What?
Pretty sure they did. I'll look if you want me to look it up.
Name it. They're in submarines and shit in this film. They're going underwater. They're starting nuke wars.
You know what, Jeremy?
This film is classic, just classic Fast and Furious of throwing everything. Just whatever you got. Just throw it at the wall here. That's what this is. They took all their ideas that they've had stored up for however long the franchise has been going at this point, and they're like, let's just put it all into one film. Any fucking wacky idea we can think of, we can get away with in this film. And you know why we can get away with it? It's because we're going to make Dom be bad for the majority of it. We're going to make it seem like Dom has turned on everybody. And because everybody thinks he's turned, we can just do whatever the hell we want. And at the end, when we realize he hasn't, we just get away with it. Who cares?
No, you don't get away with it. It's a bad film.
It's Fast and
It's
Furious.
a bad film.
Get away with what you want.
Oh, God. It's trash, but I'll meet Jeremy in the middle, and I'll say mid.
Go.
Hobbs and Shaw, Jeremy.
Hobbs and Shaw rules because it's just The Rock and Jason
It's
Statham.
goated. It's
Go on,
fucking goated.
go on,
Like,
everybody.
yo, that was like, that's why I kept specifying. Whatever I said after 6, they didn't make another great film under the Fast name, because this one, Hobbs and Shaw, this had everything I wanted from a Fast and Furious film. They turned it up to 1,000, the over the topness. But you have two guys who can elevate it in that way and make it grounded at the same time. It's so great. Rock was great in it. Jason Statham, I think this is his best performance in this Fast universe. I think this was his best job. Yeah, Idris Elba. Idris Elba, come on, man. Idris Elba as the villain. He killed it. He killed this. I love this film. It's one of the first films me and my missus actually watched together in the theater. So it has a special place in my heart for that. But definitely, that is an actual GOAT film. Jeremy, any thoughts?
No Vin Diesel. A little bit disappointing. But here's the thing. This compared to Tokyo Drift, where Vin Diesel at least had a minor scene that Hobbs and Shaw were very well established in the Fast and Furious universe by this point. Where Tokyo Drift, what's his name, wasn't. He was in there, but he wasn't. It was like one film and then there's like, let's go to Tokyo and everything. Hobbs and Shaw, Rock and Jason Statham, specifically Rock, very well established in the Fast and Furious universe. So, and it's The Rock. It's definitely good enough to carry his own film. So that's why this works compared to Tokyo Drift in the overall universe, and why I will put this as a GOAT, while I ding Tokyo Drift for not having the two main stars, Vin Diesel or Paul Walker.
Yeah, I think they did enough to kind of create this kind of cool interaction and relationship and banter between him, The Rock, and Jason Statham in the Fast. What was it, 7 film, where it kind of translated, and this felt like more of a natural sequel to that film than Fate of the Furious did. That's how it felt. Fate and the Furious, that mid-ass, trash-ass movie. And speaking of mid-ass, trash-ass movies, let's hear Jeremy's argument of why Fast 9 is a GOAT film. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Because John Cena's in it. That's my argument. John Cena, the GOAT himself, is in this film.
As the brother that Vin Diesel, Mr. Family himself, forgot about.
He didn't forget about him.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't. You didn't see the scenes. You didn't see the scenes between the scenes. All right? You didn't read between the lines in the old Fast and Furious. Every time he brought up family, he was bringing up his brother. You got to pay attention to these things. What?
What are you talking about?
I just told you.
How? Go ahead. Explain.
I just told you. Every time he brings up family, he's bringing up his brother. He might have a sister as well. He's bringing up all these people. When he's bringing up, he does. Yeah, Jordana Brewster.
Yeah. He just only remembers her when he needs a babysitter. That's the only time he remembers.
Might have another sister. Might have some cousins.
But then she showed up on the mission. So who's supposed to watch the kid? Oh, Paul Walker's character is supposed to watch it. Why is he not involved in the mission then? Still, but we know why in real life. We know why. Retired, too old for that shit. But his wife ain't.
Yeah.
So you explain why this film deserves to be ranked, because John Cena is in it. That's the only reason I will rank it, but I'm going to put it where it probably belongs. This shit was trash. This was a trash ass movie where they tried to finagle their way around inserting John Cena into an ongoing story, and they couldn't come up with a better idea for his character, so they tried a trash ass brother storyline, long lost brother storyline, which always tells you when a franchise has jumped the effing shark. And that's what Fast and Furious has. Until they can come out with even a decent film under the Fast and Furious banner, this franchise been dead since the 8th film. And Hobbs and Shaw is how they're able to make some money and keep the Fast franchise keep going.
They went to fucking space.
Another proof
space
that they are jumped the effing shark.
No,
and went to space.
They just decided, you know what? Let's just go to space. This, again, the brilliance of the Fast and Furious franchise that you're such a hater about. These men started, Vin Diesel started as, let's just rob some trucks for some TVs and some DVD players. Now they're going to space. This is the peak of follow your dreams, SP3. That's what this film is all about. This film is for the dreamers, the believers, the dashboard drummers, the hairbrush singers. Even crazy dreams come true. Carrie Underwood song. This is the film for those people. SP3, I'm sorry that you just want to live down here. You just want to stay in your little bubble of, you know what, I'm just happy doing this. That's cool. I'm good with where I'm at. Some people
I'm good with cars. I'm cool with cars coming out of skyscrapers and all
Some
that.
people want to go to space. Some people want to spend $44 billion on Twitter. That's the movie for these people. SP3, Fast X. Can't wait.
Oh God, that's gonna be so awful.
Oh, they're gonna do all types of dumb
shit.
It's gonna
be
Are you kidding me?
bad. It's gonna be so bad, ladies and gentlemen. These films.
This is the biggest and best popcorn flick that they've ever done. They just took all the ideas, just took every single idea and was like, what can we do? What can Vin Diesel grunt about? What can he jump off of? What can we blow up? And they're like, fucking space. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, sir.
Goat.
Cool story, bro. Cool story.
All of them except Tokyo Drift. Goat.
Cool story, bro. Cool story. Anywho, now let's actually rank these films. Jeremy, in our GOAT section, do you think that we have this properly ranked, or do you feel 6 should be ahead of 5? Hobbs and Shaw is the top. What should be the top? Top of the top.
This is unfair because this is like asking you to rank your children. And I refuse to do that, SP3.
Oh my God.
I'm not that type of
That's what it says we are doing here. Would you stop?
Yes.
Come on,
okay. Well, in that case,
it's not
number one, all of them except Tokyo Drift. 2, Tokyo Drift. There. I've ranked them. You're welcome, everybody.
He's so bad at this. Like,
I ranked them.
No objectivity at all.
Do you want to rank your kids? Do you want to rank your kids, SP3? Do you want to tell one of them?
Do not compare my kids to these awful films. My kids can come up with a better film than Fast 9. Are you kidding me? My daughter is brilliant. My son watches plenty of TV. He can come up with a better idea than Fast 9 or the fate of the damn Furious. What the hell are we doing?
If you give him John Cena, then anybody is going to come up with a great film.
Oh, God. Yes.
Your kids are very smart. But I will compare all kids to the Fast and Furious franchise because these are the children. These are the children of the world. They teach you life lessons.
Since you have no objectivity.
If you pay attention.
Since you have no objectivity, I'm gonna say this is pretty much right. Fast 5 is the GOAT. Then we got 6. Then Hobbs and Shaw. Honestly, I put Hobbs and Shaw ahead of 6. I love Hobbs and Shaw, yo. Like, Hobbs and Shaw is one of my favorites. So I'll put Hobbs and Shaw ahead of 6. Then you got 1 as the head of the great films. Then you got Furious 7. Too Fast, Too Furious. I don't think it's a great film. I think that we should move it down to good. It's good. Because I would put Fast and Furious, the fourth one, ahead of Tokyo Drift. I'd put Too Fast, Too Furious ahead of Tokyo Drift. Then Fast 8, that mid-ass movie, and the stuff that I don't even think that should be on our tier list at all, Fast 9. That is our tier list. That is our ranking of the Fast and Furious films.
It is yours.
No, we did it together.
Yes, but you are the one who ranked them like this. Now, all right, screenshot this. Everyone get here.
I didn't even kick him out, ladies and gentlemen. I did not do.
I know you didn't. No, I booted myself because I was showing everybody. This is SP3's list. Here, SP3 is associated. Now, rank it how they're supposed to be ranked for me.
No,
so
this is Jeremy's list. Go ahead, take the screenshot now.
No.
Right now, go ahead.
No, this is not. You just left. You just straight up left. That's fine. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
All right, here. So you're gonna be a jerk about things, SP3.
I'll let them screenshot everything.
Here we go.
Go ahead, do your everything in the GOAT thing.
Yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. That's
God.
This is how it goes right here. The correct way to rank the Fast and Furious films. Boom. That's how it's done, everybody. Now we get SP3 up. Screenshot it. That's how it's supposed to be done. Boom. Fast and Furious.
Mid-ass movies. Look at them. Look at them overhyping, overrating some mid-ass movies. He got 9 in the GOAT. Oh my god.
They're all goated.
When you talk about someone with no objectivity at all,
every single one of them is
you will remember the day that you saw Jeremy Lambert's list, a tiered list on Fast and Furious movies, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just being honest.
You're not. No, you're not at all.
Honesty.
You're not honest at all.
I'm sorry.
Not being honest.
Honesty.
You're not being honest with yourself. You're not being honest with these people. You're not being honest with me. But we can move on now. I'm at the point. I just want to talk about the challenge now because you're being ridiculous. There's no objectivity at all.
This is how it works, everybody. This is the correct rankings. These are going to stay up. Bell Boss says Fast 9. Forget about it, cuh.
He's right. He is absolutely right, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you mean?
Absolutely right.
Hold on.
Trash ass movie.
How dare you?
It's trash. I mean, I'm being nice. I think I'm being nice by calling it trash.
I think you are wrong. You are 100% wrong. Sorry, I had work matters to attend to. You are 100% wrong, SP3. And this is the correct ranking. Why? What is your favorite film franchise of all time? Do we need to rank these movies?
Oh yeah, we can do that. We can do that because I can be actually objective.
If you say like Marvel, I ain't fucking watching the 3 million Marvel movies, okay? So don't say Marvel. What is it? What's your favorite?
I'm going to say Marvel just to piss you off. You should have never said a goddamn thing because now I'm going to say Marvel. I can't even think of another movie franchise. It's Marvel.
Is it Marvel? Like, is that your favorite film franchise?
I mean, I like the Marvel films for sure. I like the Marvel films. My favorite movie franchise, I don't know.
Star Wars, Harry Potter.
I like Star Wars, Harry Potter. I mean, if anybody knows me and watched Degrassi dudes, it's probably the Skews verse, the Kevin Smith films.
Okay.
That's probably
Okay.
that's probably my favorite movie franchise.
I can be objective about that because those are not like the children, like my Fast and Furious, my beloved Fast and Furious franchises, and I can actually rank the Skew of You universe. Skew, I think it's Skew, whatever.
Yeah, I never know. I always just give up and say Kevin Smith films, man. Like, get it out the way. Kevin Smith films. You know the deal. You know what time it is. So deaf. But yeah, this was an exhausting display.
You asked for this. You asked for this
display of unobjectivity from Jeremy Lambert.
You asked for this.
I have to hand it to you. I didn't think anyone could be this not objective, but you surprised me. You surprised me.
I'm allergic to your bullshit when it comes to the Fast and Furious. That's why I'm coughing so much.
No, it sounds like you allergic to your own bullshit. You just said a whole bunch of bullshit on this show, and it's catching up to you. It's catching up to you. It ain't my fault. Don't blame me. Blame yourself and all your unobjectivity that you can't rank these films properly after promoting it to these people.
I've been fine all morning, and all of a sudden get on here and hear the slanderous of the beloved Fast and Furious franchise.
Well,
no, I just can't stop coughing.
Well, it's too late. It's on Twitter now. Our rankings, I put me and Jeremy's rankings of the Fast and Furious films, the real rankings. I just put it out on social media, so it's out there in the verses.
The fake rankings.
No, that's it. That's it. It's over.
Absolute fake rankings. We're not doing that. Don't do that, SB3. Do not lie to the people.
I'm not lying. It's out there. It's out there. It's on the internet. So it's usually true. If it's on the internet, it's true.
No, the internet lies. Lies a lot. You don't think the internet lies?
But yeah, that is our ranking. You take this trash off the screen. Let's talk about the challenge. I'm over this. I'm over your non-objectivity. I don't understand how we're not talking about basketball, but you found a way to piss me off by not being objective.
I'm the only objective person.
I can't take your opinion seriously on any TV or movies from now on now. And I really was looking forward to us discussing the OC with Maggie, but now I don't even want to do that. You ruined it. You ruined it.
Deal with it. Deal with it. That's all I have to say. Everybody watch Tag Talk.
Yeah, follow me at Fuller_Kylie.
Oh yeah, we're trying to have this serious. You're trying to give me the serious talking to with this Tag Talk background. It's tremendous.
Wait, a pink background and a white sky. Yeah, it's great. This is great.
We're very festive. We embrace what we're all about here at Fightful Overbooked.
Now, Kylie and Haley should do a bit where they put up the FMC background and they pretend to be me and you.
They don't watch this show. They're way too smart to actually watch this. They have much better things to do. I can't imagine Haley or Kylie care about basketball or any of this stuff. Like I'm dying. They got way better things to do than watch this.
Way better things to do than watch us talk crap for a few hours about basketball, movies, TV, which only I'm right about TV and movies. But Jeremy, sometimes he gets basketball right. I'll give him credit for that.
All right. So Caden says, I can't wait to super kick you this weekend. Clearly, you've missed part of the show, Caden. There's like a 90% chance right now that I'm not going to WrestleCade. Like that's where I'm at. It was 99% chance I wasn't going yesterday. I'll give it. I bumped it down to 90. if you ask me to make a decision today, like I just can't go. Like I don't know. You hear me on this show coughing. Like I'm not trying to be around a bunch of people. I have no wind, 9-hour drive. Not trying to be able to help. Super kick Sean or something. But I'm exhausted. All right. The challenge SP3. Let me send this link to our pal, the Share Delaware.
The Share Delaware.
The Share Delaware. You can talk about the episode, SP3.
This episode had one of my favorite Jordan episodes in challenge history. They tried to play my boy, the homie Jordan. I can't even say my boy Jordan because I've never been a fan of him. But they tried to play him. Jay and Michelle once again. They went into power in what I thought was awful daily challenge. I didn't understand it. One. Then two, we didn't see some of it. Like the whole thing was they had to dig a hole to retrieve a bag, the first person, and then that person goes to some ringing thing and they have to ring it, and then the other person has to dig for their bag, grab the bag, do a zip line down to the area where they're doing the ringing thing, and then they put together these word puzzle, this 5-letter words, and they have to put it together. Seemed interesting when they were describing it, but in execution and what they were showing, it was just so hard to follow, and it didn't make sense. It didn't seem like what the partners were doing was helping each other even. So I didn't really get what was going on as well. This honestly was an episode carried by the elimination and the drama in the house.
I think the main issue with the daily challenge was that I don't think they thought it was going to take them that long to find the second bag. So like, I understand, like, oh, you find the bag first, you get a head start on the ringing. And so, like, it was a little buoy on the line, and you just had to pull it this way. So when your partner zip lines, they get further before they hit that and have to drop it to the water. So if it starts like here and you only go that far, you got to do a bunch of swimming. But it took them so long to find the second bag that, like, every single partner just had the buoy all the way down at the end. So it's like, all right, at this point, you're just zip lining. And then that's it. So I think that was the issue, is it took them so long to find the second bag that the buoy was already at the end. And so there was really no swimming element to it. Like the puzzle part was fine and all that. Yeah, Jay and Michelle won though for a second straight week. And even they were like, I don't know if we want to win, because Horacio and his partner almost won. They won the other heat.
They won the second heat, which I don't even think it makes sense. You remember back in the day with the challenge when they did 2 heats, it would always be the winners of the 2 heats would face each other in a third round, and that would decide the winner. Just doing it by the time doesn't make any sense if they're not racing against each other.
Yeah, I'm with you. The 2 heat thing, I'd much rather it be 2 heats, take the top 4 from the 2 heats, or the top 2 from the 2 heats, combine it for one final like showdown type of thing. Because you're gonna go faster when you race with somebody.
Or make them the tribunal. Make both teams.
Well, they're not doing that. Yeah, but they're not doing that.
But I would rather that, honestly, because and at least that puts the heat on 2 teams instead of 1 to pick 4 teams. Like, it's becoming now. I know I do like it. I do like it in a way, but it's always gonna cause issues. So at least 2 teams can get the heat.
Nah. Well, see, Jay and Michelle didn't want to win because they're like, we already got heat on us, so we don't want more heat on us.
And they found a way to make another dumb selection.
Okay. What was your issue with this selection?
The Casey and Kenny part. They had everything right, but they should have just say the same names plus Nani and Bananas. It's pretty simple. That was the issue last week. The issue last week is that they didn't say Nani and Bananas, and I think the choice they made was to say Darrell and Veronica instead. You should have said Nani and Bananas then. So you messed up there.
So the only way to fix that this week is to say the same names plus Nani and Bananas, because that's the only way that you're not going to piss off more people. But they pissed off more people, and they pissed off Nani and Bananas more by picking Casey and Kenny. I'm all for Casey and Kenny being eliminated because they add absolutely nothing to this show, but that picking them, I understood the logic behind it. It was, for the draw, that Nani would always choose Kenny, Casey, Casey would always pick Nani, but you didn't have any heat with them with Casey and Kenny. Now you do.
See, I mean, yes, that's true, but if they're going to pick Nani and Bananas, which I said they were going to do, you're going to get heat with them regardless. I thought it was I think they took it the wrong way. And I'm talking about Nani, Bananas, Casey, and Kenny. They did it well. And like, this is the move you would want to make to protect both, to give them a better shot of like, yes, now I'm going to save you. And that's exactly what happened. Nani pulled the safe dagger, obviously saved Casey. Like, that's better than, okay, you send down Jack and Laurel, Darrell, Veronica, Anissa, Jordan, Bananas, and Nani. And then let's say Anissa and Jordan pull a safe dagger. Is Jordan going to save Bananas? Like, he's probably sending down. I know Anissa and Jordan went into the winner's pick. So, okay, let's say Laurel. And Laurel probably would have saved Bananas. I don't know who Darrell is saving. Regardless, that's a risky game you're playing. And then Nani and Bananas might end up there. They might lose. They might go home. At least if they're both down there, they got a 2-3 shot here of pulling the dagger and saving each other. I thought their logic was actually sound on this. Maybe they didn't. They tried to explain it to him. I don't think they were just going to be rational about it and be like, yeah, like if I'm Jay and Michelle, the way they're explaining is like, look, we had to say your name. We basically saved you last time by putting Casey and Kenny down there. It just gives you better odds here than if we put somebody else and maybe they don't save you and maybe they do go in. Like, that's how they tried to explain it. Nani wasn't going to hear it. I think Casey's really hearing it. Bananas, I think, was hearing it, but he was hearing it in a sarcastic way if he didn't really believe it and really didn't care. And Nani wanted him to like fight for, be like, all right, you should have been mad too.
Because he was laughing. He was laughing during the daily show. He wasn't taking it seriously.
Right. So I thought they actually, by putting them both in there, was actually a benefit to both of them rather than putting somebody else there who may have not saved them, because it ended up working out. They pulled the dagger, they saved each other. I thought this was the smart move.
My whole thing is you don't want Nani and Bananas to be saved because that's one of the teams that will gun after you. The best move for them and their game would have been if Laurel, I know they wanted to get rid of Laurel and Jack at this point because, you pissed off Jack and ruined the friendship between him and Jay. Michelle is targeting Laurel at this point, but they had no chance of winning. Laurel and Jack was not going to win a daily challenge. So that's no sweat on your back, them still being in this game. Your issue here is Nani and Bananas. They already said your name. They're the only team that's put you in any type of jeopardy so far. And you had 2 chances to put them in the same type of jeopardy. And the best move for them out of the teams they had was to have Jordan and Anissa face Nani and Bananas. That would have been the best situation for them both. Have Jordan versus Bananas because that's the biggest competition between Jay and winning the season.
They shouldn't have saved Nani and Bananas. Like, I agree with that. They shouldn't have. They should have tried to get them out, but they thought they were doing them a solid here by putting Casey and Kenny in there. It doesn't matter. They were basically fucked. No matter what.
Yeah, they have proven that they are awful in this position.
They knew it, and I think that's why they didn't want to win. That's why they wanted Horacio and Olivia to win, because they knew that they were fucked no matter what decision they made here. And, well, so they end up throwing down Anissa Jordan. That's who they picked to like go in there. Again, Nani and Bananas, they pull the dagger. They save Casey and Kenny. They pick Jack and Laurel to go in there. They basically play a game of dodgeball. They had to carry cinder blocks beforehand, and then they were put it on this little platform, and then it releases the dodgeballs. They basically play a game of dodgeball at this point. And Jack is not very good at blocking stuff. He was He was honestly kind of awful. Anissa did much better than I thought she was gonna do. Like she got a lot of praise, and like, she's elimination queen for a reason.
She
Like,
is.
yeah, she did great on that, and Jordan did great. Like hitting.
Jordan wrote the book on this elimination. He came up with the idea to do 4 blocks instead of 2, and then that got them to their balls faster. And then how he was hitting each of the targets, like he did it in such a systematic way. And then that final one, him just talking trash to Jay and Michelle. That's why I said this is one of the best Jordan episodes, because he undressed Jay during the interrogation. He broke him all down. He was like, you got this person you make a deal with. You got this person you make a deal with. How do I take you serious? How do I take you, you making deals with everybody. You're playing a scared game. And Jay's like, oh, you're disrespectful. Oh, you're disrespectful. He was like, well, I don't really believe anything you said, so you might as well just throw me down there. And he basically made him play the game that Jordan wanted him to play. And that was masterful work. And then how he was talking trash at the end. He was like, I told you. Like, oh man. I was like, yo, Jordan is one of the GOATs. He's one of the GOATs. Because the only one of the GOATs would have the swagger to talk trash before you just whoop, just one shot. That's all it took. Whoop. Boom.
The way he's just like, because I was like, oh, okay, it gets down to 1. Like, you could kind of just protect that 1. Like, it seems pretty easy. But yeah, he just like tossed it over and like just basketballed it up there and made it. I was like, oh, maybe you can't protect that 1. Messed up. Should have done a better job blocking the bottom stuff.
Yeah.
I have lost Jack and Laurel. We're all at 2 teams lost now. The chat still has 2 teams alive. This is where we're at. This is either the updated standings here, or it's even playing field. We all got our first round picks still. We're doing well here.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Doing well, say, my first round pick. I mean, it's like they're not even on the show until they got picked for this interrogation.
I will say, SB3. Sorry, I gotta call you out on something.
Oh boy.
You added me. And you added me on Twitter. It was like, oh, you and your challenge birth month partner are facing whoever. You remember this tweet? It was yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And yours was Cara Marie.
Yeah.
And you said, oh, well, me and Cara are going to defeat whoever Jeremy has for the Alliance to end SP3. Do you know who my birth month partner was?
Who was it?
September. The man you just called one of the GOATs, Jordan, is my.
Me and Cara still being ya.
No,
easy, because you got to get a whole sex change because it's a male female season. So
we don't have to do like a physical. We don't have to do like physical elimination.
Nah. It's a male female. It ain't even no final reckoning season.
This
y'all ain't
sense.
Shane and Nelson.
This doesn't make any sense.
Y'all ain't Bananas and Tony.
This doesn't make any sense.
No. Male female pairs. I mean, sorry.
Female pairs.
Yep, male female pairs.
Me and Jordan would dominate the entire competition.
Jordan would dominate the competition.
Well, yeah. Yes.
You'd be along for the ride. Yes,
I'd be chilling. I can do some things. I feel like I could have done well in Anissa's role in this one with blocking the ball.
You're tall.
Stuff.
You're tall. You're lanky.
Tall. So yeah, exactly.
You can swat some things.
I used to love dodgeball as a kid too.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, it was fun.
You play dodgeball with the kids, just fucking peg them, whip the ball out.
I could see you throwing the ball right at their head and stuff.
No headshots. No headshots. I'm not about that.
No, you'll probably aim for like the leg and then hit him in the head.
No. If I'm attacking the legs, I'm hitting the legs. I played some dodgeball in my time.
You're professional. All right.
You know the story. You know the story of shit. I forgot his name.
He set it up so well. He was like, you know the name.
Hold on. Let me look up this reference I was trying to make. El Diablo. You know the story of El Diablo?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
He tried, folks. He tried.
I couldn't remember the reference I'm making is Gus from Recess.
I know.
The great dodgeball episode.
El
El
Diablo.
Diablo. Yeah. That's me right there. That was me as a kid. Just fucking terrorized people on the dodgeball court.
Used to wear glasses and everything.
I did used to wear glasses. then got made fun of too much, so I would switch to contacts. That's a true story.
Don't make fun of kids for wearing glasses.
Don't make fun of kids. Period.
See,
kids are mean, dude.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm from a black household that my family used to make fun of me a lot. So I gotta, when it happened in school, I didn't feel like it was that big of a deal, and I was kind of already prepared for it. So like I used to be like B Rabbit in the playground. I used to tell everybody all the disses that they would say on me. I would say it before them. I used to be like, yeah, I got a big head. Yeah, I'm short. What? Like, that's all you got.
That's the way to do it. All right, SP3, let's get out of here. Anything else? Anything you want to plug? What are we doing next week? We doing a show next week?
Yeah, we got a show next week. There will be some NBA. Maybe we could talk about one of the shows we haven't been talking about. Entourage. We stopped interviewing Entourage like a year ago.
Yeah.
That I already did my full rewatch of the OC. I just want to let you know that.
Oh, see, I gotta watch this stuff in war again.
And I'm actually working on maybe possibly doing a whole teen drama show with Maggie, because now I'm rewatching One Tree Hill. So I'm going through all of them.
I've never fully seen One Tree Hill.
I stopped at, I want to say, because I was looking at the episodes. I stopped like season 5, maybe season 6 at best. I didn't know it had like 9 seasons. I was like, yo, this show kept going. I stopped watching so long ago.
My roommate in college loved it, and so we'd watch it like when it was on and everything, and he was watching it all the time, and so I've seen bits and pieces of stuff, but I've never seen like the full show. It seems like something I would like. Oh, Cher Delaware is here to make a run in very late.
Very late run in.
We've already talked about everything, Cher. Did you watch?
I just got the link.
Well, I sent it. I sent it at 16 minutes ago. So
Well, I literally just got it.
Well, blame Elon's failing platform. All right, don't.
True?
Should I have sent you a hive? Should I send you some hives?
I'm not kidding.
And that
Oh
way
yeah, I'm a dating expert on Hive now.
You're dating expert.
It's like when you go to a new school and you can like change who you are. So I went to Hive and I have my pronouns as she, Cher, and and all I'm doing is giving Share the Love dating tips. And my first dating tip was stickwithfarmersonly.com.
Farmers Only. It's a good one. In middle school, you guys know I'm sure it's like a website still. Like it's like lovedoctor.com, and you just like enter in the 2 names, and that's like
yes, and it tells you like your percentage.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's like based on just names. It's like that. We used to do this. We'd charge like $1 for this, of like tell you like, let's see if you'll be
charge $1 to go to a website. And
oh yeah, these stupid kids in middle school, they didn't know.
You went to school with fucking idiots.
Exactly. Like who you some
100%.
Idiots you're hustling.
Because they didn't know what we were doing. They didn't know how we had this like formula or whatever, right? So we would be like, it was me and my best friend. We'd just be like, hey, get your love compatibility thing. And then we were like, who's your crush? And so they tell us, like, all right, we'll get you your results tomorrow. It's legit all we would do. Just go to that Love Doctor website, enter in their 2 names, like,
You're
here are your
fucking
results.
Scam artist.
Oh yeah.
Scammer.
100%.
This man is the white TC from Wayne's Brothers. You remember the
like
dude
a
that dressed
freaking-
like a pimp who used to
Yes.
hustle everything?
This
That's
is
Jeremy.
like a freaking MLM over here. Like, what's happening?
What I mean, look, I had to make a couple get that pizza somehow. All right. So that's what we did. And we would
and that's how the empire was started.
charge people time. That's all we did. We went to that fucking website and just entered in their names. We had it super official too. Like we didn't have the printout results because it says like Love Doctor. So we weren't trying to act like this is
Right.
the website. Like we made our just like own little sheets of like how we came up with this. We never exposed our formula to anybody.
I want to see if that's still a website now.
I'm pretty sure it is. I think
I'm doing it on my work computer, so I'm really hoping it's not like a porn site.
What is it called? Lovedoctor.com?
No, it says lovedoctor.com is available. Well, there you go, Jeremy.
There you go.
Buy the domain.
Let's do it. And we can do a show on it every month. Love Doctor. The Love Doctor Hour.
Super chats and we'll tell them what
the Love Doctor Hour. And I'm gonna tell the missus to get you. No, I'm gonna buy you personally for Christmas a doctor uniform. It's gonna be we're gonna make a whole bit.
The thing on his head.
I'm gonna get him an operation set.
So there you go. The love calculator. This is what we'll use, but don't tell anybody. This is what we're using. All right.
Okay.
Nobody's
watching this anyway.
Yeah. No, nobody's watching this. All right. Let's do this.
I like the layout for the stream too.
Yeah, I just posted on Twitter. I was like, I love the Tag Talk background. So I'm just like,
beautiful.
Here we go. We're just gonna use this. So
the love calculator.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna pull this up. Love calculator. Let's present. Share screen. Okay, love calculator. Here we go, everybody.
What are we even doing?
I don't know. What do we ever do on this show?
SP3, what is your wifey's name?
Tia.
Are we using shoot names? It says you're supposed to use full names.
Oh,
well, I mean, her name is. I've seen her name on Twitter. I just couldn't remember what it was. So it's not like she hides it.
This is true.
Right, I'm not doing.
Oh shit! I'm not gonna tell you the answer to that one.
What full? Did you use SP3's full name?
It said 1%.
This love calculation.
Pile driver finisher. Hold on. Here we go. Pile driver finisher. Leave your shoot name or whatever name you would like to leave in the chat, and leave your crush. All right. We will tell you.
We can't just pick a name. You have to
exactly.
Tell us.
You can't predict who it is.
That's what I'm saying. I said leave your full name and leave your crush.
Share and share.
Share. How much do you love yourself?
Yeah.
Put share in John Alba.
I hate you. Do not do that. If you do that, I'm leaving the stream.
I almost did it. You guys are gonna be together this weekend.
Exactly.
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying you're gonna see each other.
I'm bringing your wedding card.
Only 39%.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm
probably. That's probably accurate.
I don't know if I'm gonna be there, Share Delaware.
Okay, well I'll bring it just in case since I still haven't mailed it and your wedding was like 2 months ago.
Yeah, we're still doing thank you cards. All right. Come on, pile driver finisher. Just leave a crush. I'll use the pile driver finisher name. Leave a crush.
Exactly.
Pile driver finisher.
That's great.
Yeah, I'll use that, but you gotta leave a crush. Otherwise, we can't calculate the love here.
Yeah.
Calculate the love.
Share the love.
What if I do my name and the wife's
just do Mrs. Lambert.
Oh, okay. When I put in the shoot names for myself and the missus, it's 67%.
Oh, it changes every time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. It's like one of those Facebook quizzes. You just keep doing it until you get the one you want.
Oh no, myself and the neon ghost, not too high.
The Facebook quizzes hate me though because every time it's like you're gonna get engaged and have 8 kids in the next month, and I'm like, fuck. Like I'll redo it and it just keeps saying the same thing.
All right, pile driver.
Actually, I just did it again and it gave me the same result.
Well,
so maybe it's based on the names.
All right, this is a big test here. Pile driver finisher would like to add Sasha Banks as his crush. So let's see.
Sasha Banks or Mercedes?
He said Sasha Banks. He said let's try Sasha Banks.
Okay. Well, his name is Pile Driver Finisher.
I mean, okay, we're over 50. Jennifer
I mean,
Lawrence
honestly,
approves?
that's probably higher than her percentage with her husband. So
Wow.
she does not like that man. Don't even.
Holy shit! Holy shit! I just put the names that Cher threatened to get off the street for. I'm not gonna tell you what you got.
Oh, I want to know. All right, I want to know. Hold on.
Is it with Cher?
No,
Yeah, it's
or
with
is it
Cher. It's with Cher.
Okay.
No, not your. No,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me see what it gets. If she leaves the stream, that's okay. What about the wrap up?
If she leaves the stream, that's okay.
Let me see if he gets the same one. Yes,
Let's fucking
get the same one.
go!
It's the same one.
Let's go!
Yo, that's crazy.
Okay, I'm doing it with my actual name and his full name.
That is great. That is fucking great.
Ha! 27%. I gotta block my name here.
Oh man.
I even got Nick Cannon shaking his head.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon's like.
I took it off. I'm using my name and the wife's shoot name.
Listen, if Nick Cannon is shaking his head, you know it's bad because that man will fornicate with anyone and reproduce.
Yes, and make a baby. Absolutely.
Jesus. The
This is
love.
hilarious.
Dr. Love.
All right, the wife and I got 86%.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
good.
Okay. All right.
I have
All
no
right.
one else, so sorry.
All right, everybody. Well, from now on, we're going to start doing a segment called the Love Calculator on this show. Everyone leave a super chat so I can make money like I used to do in middle school off of these naive kids.
And if you're on Hive, you can follow me at Cher Delaware, and my name is Sherilyn Delawarelyn. And
Viewership
give
has
you-
skyrocketed since we started doing these love segments.
You gotta love it.
yeah. Shut up, dog.
All right, everybody. Cher, do you want to plug anything? I guess you just plugged Hive. You don't need to plug anything else.
Yeah, I'm recording Strong Style today, so
Yay. That's good. Look forward
Very
to
nice.
that. We'll probably run that on Thursday. I got to run the New Japan show tomorrow, so we can run the Strong Style on Thursday.
it's mostly just going to be about Jade's gear again, like it was
That's
last time,
that's fine.
and her butt hanging out because she didn't wear anything underneath her leotard.
SB3, do you want to plug anything? SB3 approves Jade Cargill's butt hanging out.
Follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3, and yeah, cool.
All right, everybody. We'll be back next week. New Japan show on
With the
Wednesday.
love doctor.
The Love
Love
Doctor.
Doctor.
New Japan show on Wednesday.
Dr.
Strong
Jeremy
Style.
Love.
Strong Style for Thanksgiving. Like, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, what
Friday.
else should you be thankful for other than Strong Style?
Yeah, Jensen and I are doing a show on Thursday. We're just do a live show on Thanksgiving. We don't have lives. We'll be fine.
I mean, after you eat, there's nothing to do anyway.
I mean, we're doing it at 9:30, so it's before we eat. So it's before.
Oh yeah,
we,
so
no,
yeah.
we got time. We got time to kill. All right, everybody. Bye, everyone. Enjoy your holidays. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you, Cher. Thank you, SP3. Bye, everybody.